Maserati Grancabrio Sport Review. What is it? A final throw of the dice for Maserati's venerable Grancabrio convertible, one intended to sharpen its appeal until its long-awaited replacement finally arrives. Like its Granturismo sister, the Grancabrio has been given a very mild redesign plus specification tweaks, including the arrival of a touchscreen infotainment system. The range has also been simplified to just two variants: the entry-level Sport, priced at £107,200 on the road, and the supposedly more dynamically focused MC, whose £115,245 price tag makes it the most expensive model in Maserati's current lineup. Both now use the same 453 horsepower 4.7-liter version of Maserati's long-serving naturally aspirated V8 and drive their rear wheels through a 6-speed ZF automatic gearbox. Maserati admits that moving to the more advanced 8-speeder was outside the scope of this modest facelift. What's it like? Good news for frugal Maserati enthusiasts. Driving both variants of Grancabrio back-to-back proves that the cheaper Sport is the more compelling option. The MC's aggressive suspension, which uses fixed-rate dampers, gives the car a sometimes uncomfortably firm-edged ride and also exposes the open-topped body's lack of torsional rigidity more acutely. The Sport still uses skyhook variable shocks, which stay more pliant even when in their firmer mode. Body flex is still evident over rougher surfaces, but with much less of the wet dog juddering of the MC. Nor do you lose much else by picking the Sport, which doesn't lose any significant equipment over the MC. The more expensive car gets a carbon fiber bonnet which shaves 7 kilograms from the Sport's official curb weight, and which accounts for Maserati's claimed 0.1 second faster 0 to 62 miles per hour time and 2 miles per hour higher top speed. I defy anyone to detect the difference in real-world use. And although the Sport doesn't get the MC's Sport's exhaust, it still sounds more than good enough, especially with the roof down and driven in proximity to an acoustically reflective surface. While most of its rivals are either two-seaters or offer no more than purely nominal rear seat space, the Grancabrio is capable of accommodating more than just small children in the back. The upright angle of the rear seat cushion isn't very comfortable, and there's not much ankle room under the front seats, but many adults would be prepared to squeeze themselves there for the novelty of a ride in an open-topped Maser. There is a downside, though. The need to accommodate the folded roof behind the rear seats means the boot is tiny. Just 173 liters makes this one of very few cars to make the Jaguar F-Type's luggage accommodation look generous. Dynamically, the Grancabrio's most significant problem remains its weight. Structural reinforcement and the weight of the soft top and its associated mechanism add 100 kilograms over the not exactly svelte Granturismo, taking the Sport's official mass to 1,980 kilograms. That really takes the edge off the handling, making the Grancabrio more reluctant to turn in and engendering a surprising amount of understeer at lower speeds. You quickly learn to drive around it, adapting to the more laid-back pace the car is happiest with reduced corner entry speeds giving more chance to extend the glorious-sounding V8. But it does knock the Grancabrio's desire to be taken seriously as a sports car. The extra mass also works against the engine and its lack of low-down punch. The Ferrari-built V8 uses a flat plane crank and sounds superb from idle speed upwards, but doesn't start to really pull hard until the needle of the rev counter has passed the 4 mark. Requests for hard acceleration mean either waiting for the not especially sharp-witted gearbox to shed several ratios, or downshifting yourself using the manual override. For anyone coming from the whiz-bang performance of a turbocharged rival, the Maserati's old-fashioned way of doing things will take some getting used to. That and the sub-15 miles per gallon fuel consumption that comes with rapid progress.